Well, hello, kindred spirits. Another week, and I have a few things I want to share with you. And it's funny, I was walking towards the counter and I realized that I have a little bit of a theme going on here. Hello, over here. One thing is I'm going to be making coconut bird's nest cookies. What is it you guys keep looking at? Oh, you spied it. Our vanilla extract is finally out and ready for purchase. We're going to talk about this later. What we're going to talk about are some things that I did over the week. And this theme, I didn't even realize we had coming up. We're going to be making coconut bird's nest cookies. We'll be using the vanilla. And then I made some crackers the other day for Ben and myself. And it's with seeds. A lot of different seeds, and they came out really delicious. So I'm going to be sharing that. You might have seen it on Instagram, but this time I'm going to be showing you all the steps. And then I'm going to share a little information about some of the things that I'm doing slowly to try to change our eating habits here in the house. You know, we eat fairly healthy, but we're trying to take it to the next level and just doing good for our bodies. So I'm going to share just some of the little things that I'm doing, and it's baby steps for us. So needless to say, I have a little bird theme going on here. We've got the bird's nests, we're making things with seeds, but we're not eating like birds. We're eating plenty of food, healthy foods, and this is my next step of just trying to get healthier as I grow older. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And like I said, we're going to make cookies, we're going to make crackers, we're going to talk a little bit about some healthy foods, and we're going to go from there. Oh, yes, and since you're so distracted, the vanilla. So I'm going to start making these coconut bird nest cookies, and right now it is almost 12 o'clock. And let's see, it takes 15 to 17 minutes to bake. I have my oven preheating, and I'm going off tonight with Ben to dinner at our friend Carla and Mark's house. So looks like I have plenty of time to do this, but like in many videos, I'm always doing something last minute. But the vanilla didn't show up until yesterday, so I was excited to try to bake something before I went off tonight, and also I wanted to share it with you. So quickly about the vanilla. It comes in a little black velvet bag when it gets delivered, and reason being is all vanillas should be left out of direct sunlight. And this is if you do have a place you want to keep it, that you could put it in a little black bag, and it's also pretty presentation. But one thing I love about the bottle is I got to design the label, but if you get this, and I'll do a little picture right here, I ended up putting our business logo, the door knocker, inside the carriage. The carriage represents the carriage pieces that we found out back, and the photo of the carriage of the previous owners here from the 1800s. And I just thought it would be fun to connect Sugarwood with the carriage. This one's a little fancier. This is more Cinderella, and we're here baking. We're working in the kitchen, so let's be Cinderella for the day. I don't know, that's where my thinking was going anyways. And what I'm going to be needing is flour, salt, room temperature butter, light brown sugar, and I'm using the brown sugar that we created last year, and it really is still nice and soft. I love making my brown sugar. An egg, pure vanilla, sweetened fancy coconut. I looked for fancy coconut. I only found sweetened. Please let me know what fancy coconut is. Nothing said fancy on the packages. And then also some jam. And I'm going to modify this a little bit. I'm going to do some with the jam. I'll show you the picture here also. This is from Butter Celebrates. I'll share the book link below. I got this a couple years ago and I love it. So I'm going to do a few with the jam, and then I'm going to do a few to see if I can make it look like green grass in the nest, and I got some chocolate eggs to put inside just to see what it looks like, thinking Easter. And once again, I did not even realize I was kind of going on this little bird theme going on here. But there's going to be a right way and a wrong way to make this green grass with coconut and white chocolate. I'm most likely going to do the wrong way because I'm not looking it up, I'm winging it, and I'm just hoping it works. And if it doesn't work, I'll show you still because that's what I do. All right, so I'm going to get these things all put together. I already started prepping some of the items. I'm going to mix it together, put them on a cookie sheet, bake them, and we're going to go from there. This is my first time opening it. I have not smelt the vanilla. Oh, there's my oven. I have not smelt the vanilla yet. Oh, wow. Yum. Okay, so I need 1 teaspoon pure vanilla. And it's pure vanilla. Okay, 1 teaspoon vanilla. Now I gave Ben the option if he wanted orange or lemon zest. He chose orange, so I'm gonna just add a little bit, just for fun. Okay, so I'm gonna add my orange zest. And like I said, this is just something I'm trying for fun. You, of course, don't have to do that. But you could always do lemon. You could do lime if you wanted, lime and coconut. All right, so there's that. And then the coconut. Ta-da! It worked. All right, noted. So I hit a little snafu. It says right here, add the dry ingredients. To me, that also meant the coconut, right? Well, next line down it says, put the coconut in a medium bowl, and I'm supposed to roll the dough in the coconut. We're still gonna go with this. It's already too late. We're gonna bake them as is and see what happens. And I'll still roll a little bit of coconut on them. Now I am supposed to put 12 drops of dough here on parchment paper. Then I pick one up, roll it in coconut. So we're gonna have double coconut. Lucky Ben, he loves coconut. So I'm gonna pour some of the coconut here in this bowl. I hope watching me do some of these off-the-cuff recipes gives some of you confidence who don't like baking or are afraid of baking to give it a try. It should be fun, and like I said, I'm here using my fingers trying to make the balls the right size. I've never made this before, and we are going to just wing it. And just a little FYI, I did have some of the dough, and the orange zest tastes really good in here. I'm anxious to see what it tastes like done. Now, making thumbprint cookies, it's not my first rodeo. So, you couldn't use your thumb. And I'm going to actually try one of my melon ballers. This is new for me, but I wanted to have it a little bit larger. So I'm just going to press this in the middle and make somewhat of a nest. So I'm going to cook this batch first. I'm going to put the jam in, cook these, and see how it goes. And then I'm going to work on this second batch that I'm going to try the vanilla coconut with a little bit of green food coloring. So I have no idea how that's going to go. And I believe it said these are going to cook for 15 to 17 minutes. And I'm guessing that depends on how large the nests are. Now, I really thought the jam would spread out a little more evenly. So next time I'm actually going to spread it and try to smooth it out, but they look so cute. The other batch, can't wait to see what that comes out like. So right now I am enjoying some roasted red pepper tomato soup that I made yesterday. I don't think I'm going to show that in this video, but this was my recipe and it came out so good. And it made a nice big batch. I ended up throwing some pumpkin seeds in also just for fun. I have no idea what it will be like, but I was craving them. I figured I'll just toss them in my soup. Cookies are ready. Oh my gosh, guys, look how stinking cute these are. These little chocolate eggs are from Lindt, and I found them at the grocery store the other day. They have several colors in the bag. I'll show you the bag in a moment. What I would do different though is melt the chocolate and get it ready just as I was taking the cookies out, because I had to do a little extra remelt and it didn't work as well. But I'm so pleased with how these look. And yes, they are delicious. Worked. So last night, in the middle of the night, he tried to change the bulb. He couldn't even get it with some pliers. So the old little standby trick is using a potato with the power off, mind you, and it grabbed it just enough so he could twist it and grab it. Old school. Last month, I went to our local health food market and picked up a bunch of seeds. This looks more like I'm going to be feeding the birds, but I'm not. I'm going to be making something for Ben and myself for snacking. I am making seed crackers, and I got this out of a book from the UK, Soil to Table. And the thing that's funny is I was asking even some of the employees about some of these seeds. They never heard of them. I never heard of them. Well, I finally Googled some of them, and we do have different names for the same seeds. So when I go through this, I have to remind myself what the seed name is here in the US, and I will make sure to do so in the recipe if this comes out good and if I share it. But we're getting sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, linseeds, and then I'm using 2 different types of flour, and then some sea salt flakes, nigella seeds, fennel seeds, and water. So let's see how this recipe turns out. And I do have some goat cheese I'm going to try on this, and maybe a little bit of honey. We'll see how it works. Now, they taped these up for me at the market, but I think my seed names I wrote on the outside. Oh, fun. I just wrote the number. So I'm going to have to figure out what is what. And if I don't know what it is, I'll have to look it up. Actually, it's just 2 of them, so I'll know the other seeds. I just don't want to open these so they pour out. Like that right now, I just made a hole in the bottom of the bag. Way to go, Linda. All right. So this says flax seeds. So I'm guessing that is one of these. I did not know what they were. So flax seeds might be the linseeds. I'm not sure. You're probably already answering that question. Oh boy. Once again, I just don't want to open these so that they're going to spill out everywhere. All right, so we're going to start with 1 cup sunflower seeds, 1 cup pumpkin seeds, 1/2 cup sesame seeds, 1/2 cup flax seeds. The recipe says linseeds, and Googled it, and that's what this comes up as. Now it calls for 1 teaspoon nigella seeds, if I'm saying that correctly. They did not have that, and I looked up. It said I can also use caraway seeds, so I got those. And then it calls for fennel seeds. I don't have that, but let me see if I have any in my pantry now that I'm thinking of it. I actually did. So we have now 1/2 teaspoon of fennel seeds going in. 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Now I'm going to get the water and the flour. The recipe calls for either a rye flour or gluten-free or spelt flour. I did go out and got some rye flour. And then it also calls for heritage wheat flour. And it says spelt, einkorn, or emmer. So I ended up getting some einkorn. First time using both of those. 4.5 ounces of water. And it also mentions a little drop of olive oil, whoopsie, that I'm just going to put right there. And for the flours, it is 1/2 cup each. Hello. Okay, now it says we mix all of these things together. So let's see here. I'm going to put the seeds on the bottom, I guess. Those sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. Oh, and I specifically got seeds that were already roasted. I did get to have the option of raw and roasted. And 1, it's going to save me time because I know I wanted them roasted. And 2, if you eat raw, it's a little bit harder to process for your tummies. So I would advise roasted. Now, some of these are salted. You could go without salted. I have, let's see, what did I say these were? Oh, come on. Yes. We have the flax seeds. The sesame seeds. Look at all of these seeds. I feel like a bird. And then we have the caraway, and then the little flax seeds there. I'm sorry, that was fennel, not flax. And then the fennel seeds, and then our salt. And I'm going to put in the flowers. Poof. And it says of 4.5 ounces. I'm just going to put most of it in because it says it's going to be very sticky. I just want to have a little bit left just in case. And then it says a drop of olive oil. Don't come out fast. Don't come out fast. That's plenty. And then mix together. It says it's going to be very sticky, and once it's all combined, I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. And while it's sitting, I'm going to go make a fire. Oops. And then I'm going to put some parchment paper on the counter here. I divide this into 3 sections, and then I'm going to roll it between 2 pieces of parchment paper. Just like the gingerbread ornaments, you want to do it between 2 pieces because this is getting sticky. It smells great. Very curious. I guess I should put in the rest of the water. It says to, and I do have some dry flour there, so I'm going to do that. Just get this off here. I got some dry flour here. Okay, so it says let it sit 5 minutes. I'm gonna go start my fire. I already prepped it, just have to light it. And then I'll come back and do the rest. Ooh, that always startles me. Okay, let's do that again. I get so startled that I pull it away faster than I need to. Nice and slow. Oh. Just gonna let it catch a little bit. To help me visualize thirds, I just kind of made this into kind of a cube, and I'm just going to divide it and take out 1/3 and put it on my parchment paper. And we're going to roll it out. I'm half tempted to tape down my corners, but let's see how this goes. We don't have to tape them down, but let's see. I don't know what it's doing under here. I have to peek. Kind of split apart there. I'm tempted to push it in. It is sticky. It's going to make it kind of a thin cracker thickness. Mentions you can put this right onto the pan or score it if you want to try to break them into more even pieces. I'm going to try both and see which works. I don't know how thick to go with this. Well, actually, I can't go much thinner because of the thickness of the seeds. Let's score it a little bit. Why not? So now I'm going to bake this for 30 minutes. I'm going to do just one pan for now. I want to see how this goes, look what I'm looking for, because it says to go to a golden brown and do not burn. I want to make sure that I don't ruin all of the batches. So I'm going to pop this in and see how it comes out. I have these really tiny mason jars or ball jars here that I got when I'm making up my potpourri samples. I'm putting some of them in here and then I can open them later and see what I like, if I like the smell or not. But I think I have enough of the extra seeds. I'm just going to pop them in here for now and put them in the butler's pantry, and then I'll have them for snacking on. At least the sunflower seeds and the pumpkin seeds. I have to wash these first, but aren't those cute? I think they're sweet. Well, I have 7.5 minutes to go, and just looking through the glass here, and they're starting to brown up quite a bit. Let me just take a peek here. I don't know how much longer to let it go. I don't want them to burn, but I also don't want them not crunchy. I'm torn. I'm gonna let this batch go the full 30 minutes or just about, and then my next batch, I might do it less. Someone is very excited to be outside to play with a leaf. "17 degrees. Coffee outside. That's okay. The other day we had a very, very windy day, and we lost one of our door gates. It ripped right off of the hinge. One of them's even bent. Well, we'll have to work on that this year. But I am surprised. The temporary arch has made it, I guess, not so temporary. I'll have to add some more twigs to it this year and cover the post, and maybe I'll just keep making it bigger. Well, kindred spirits, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Now, I know I went through the cookie recipe kind of fast and skipping some steps, but there was just a lot to it, but it was very easy. And I will link the recipe on my blog, hopefully sometime this week. But I want to thank you for visiting me this week. And if you have any questions regarding the vanilla or anything else in the video, comment below and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Bye now.